So, hey guys, there's this recent revelation by Professor Prof.Ogolla regarding the death of Albert Ojwang that have shaken the public, has ignited fresh debates and questions about the circumstances surrounding the young man's tragic end. Let's first listen to this clip.
Just how investigation take place. So the truth of the matter is that there's a battle between Kanja and Langat, isn't it? And who is winning now? The person winning is Kanja, because Kanja at least did not involve himself in killing who? Ojwang. But Kanja could have been weaker had Langat not committed this crime. And that's why you're realizing that within the police there are people who will follow Kanja and people who will follow who? Langat. And that's why you see there's a lot of inconsistency and information flowing. I'm telling you, so many police officers are reaching out to us to volunteer information. And also I want to tell these people, we have Gen Z in the police unit. They are not going to let their fellow Gen Z lie there with the lies. They're giving us the truth. We are having 1 minute by 1 minute. Like now, as I sit here, the kind of information we have. The policemen who went to Homa Bay, I have their name plus their phone numbers. You get me? The border who picked them and took them to Ojwang's home, I have their name and phone numbers, isn't it? As I speak now, the OCS Moego police station, who is a lady, I have her name plus phone numbers and her relatives and what she said after Ojwang left before knowing that Ojwang will die. You know a statement that she gave before Ojwang was after Ojwang was picked, but had not got news Ojwang is dead. That statement reveals a lot more truth than even what you are hearing. So you just wait for the defense to for the prosecution to begin. The kind of information we want to bring will be, but then don't believe I power. The most dangerous letter in I power is the word I, independent.
Wow, that is Professor Gola. So they call them sometimes themselves Prof. So when Professor Gola dropped what has been widely described as a bombshell, it's automatically he pointed out to a growing willingness among junior police officers to come out forward with information. So I want us to look into this issue, this Ogola's issue. What is this Ogolla trying to say? Because apparently he is pointing at having full information, and there's more information waited to be unleashed. He has information that he's preparing to unleash at the right time. So this development is not only significant, it may hold the key to unveiling what many believe to be state-linked cover-up. That's according to Ogola's statement. So Albert Ojwang, mysterious death, when you look around it, it has already attracted national attention, especially due to allegations that he was tortured and killed in Karura Forest, possibly in presence of senior law enforcement officials. That's according to the Star newspaper article that published the other day or recently. So his story, or Ogola's story, has exposed potential cracks in the integrity of the very institutions meant to protect citizens. This young man's death, this Albert Ojwang, through Ogolla has exposed, through Ogola's findings, has exposed potential cracks in the very institution meant to protect citizens. Police are there to protect Kenyans, are there to protect you and me. So if such story happens to emerge that people can die from cells where they are held, and then it's unfortunate. So that's why we're saying, amid this tense atmosphere, Professor Prof.Ogolla a respected academic and political analyst, publicly revealed that junior officers, have not only shared critical information, but are also ready to provide more if given protection. This is heavy. This is heavy. Now, what exactly is the deeper meaning behind this bombshell? That's now what I want us to dig deeper and see what is the deeper behind this bombshell from Prof. First, it suggests that the official narrative around Ojwang's death may not be entirely truthful. That's one innuendo that is surrounding this story. Why am I saying this? When those within the police service, especially the lower ranks, begin speaking out, it typically indicates two things. They are either witnessing injustice too severe to remain silent, or they feel betrayed by a command structure that is sacrificing them to protect higher ups. These police officers, junior especially, wako na information. They feel they want to speak, lakini wanakuwa suppressed. Wanasema nikikupata. I remember when you were in high school, in Form 1, there was a narrative that you are there to be heard, to be seen, but not be heard. So that narrative could syringe you in something else. And that's exactly what's happening to these junior police officers, according to Professor Ogolla, Fred Ogolla. So in both cases, their testimonies could be invaluable. Second, Professor Ogolla's statement also exposes the growing internal rift within the police force, which is traditionally junior officers follow orders without question, fearing retaliations, or job loss. So History Gola has some weight. Of which, for them, the police officers to break rank and speak out, even quietly, signals a crackdown. Yeah. For these police or junior police to break the rank and speak definitely signals a breakdown or crackdown of trust between the ranks and their superiors. So these junior officers are now emerging as unlikely whistleblowers, possibly moved by conscience. And this conscience or fear of implication or rape or hope for reform. Furthermore, the professor's comments shine a light on the broader issue of impunity. And as you know, in Kenya, as in many countries, cases involving security officers often shall due to lack of, evidence or insufficient cooperation from the very forces meant to investigate the same case. So Professor Gola's remarks indicates that there is evidence, but it's being buried. The willingness of junior officers to come forward disrupts this long-standing culture of silence and could create a crack in the whole of impunity, which has been lacking all along. Systems have not been working because of this. And then another crucial angle to consider in the political implication of this development, Ogolla's message is not so subtle challenge to the political and security establishment. So by revealing that evidence exists and is being withheld, he pressures the government to act or risks being viewed as complicity. So Ogolla is just another whistleblower that has just made this, or as a savior, or has just come to save both sides. Ojwang is the late Ojwang's side, and also this police force side, especially when touching the junior police officer. So it also calls upon civil society and the judiciary to protect these officers willing to testify to ensure they are saved and uphold justice. So this bombshell could also be the beginning of much bigger unveiling if more junior officers start speaking up. The domino effect could implicate the senior figures who may have tried to obstruct investigations, intimidate witness, or cover up the murder entirely. So the more information surfaces, the harder it becomes to maintain the official version of events. So Ogolla has just come. Professor Gola has just come at the right time to save this situation. So in conclusion, Professor Fred Ogolla's bold revelation is more than a passing comment. It is a direct challenge to the police hierarchy, a call to the nation to demand accountability, and possibly the turning point in the quest for justice for Albert Ojwang. I don't know whether we're on the same script, but you can give your views down the comment section. Okay. Another thing is, on the same conclusion, if protected and heard, these junior officers could help Kenya confront not just one murder, but the broader note within its institutions. Their voices amplified by brave figures like Ogolla may finally force the truth into the light. Utapata hiyo point? I get the point. So that's where we are. So my good viewers and listeners, we shall stop there. But I'll leave you with this. Justice must be served for Golas. To Albert Ojwang's family. Let me know your views down comment section. Tell me what you think about this Professor Ogolla's new revelation, new bombshell about the information that is being held by these junior police officers who are willing to testify and talk more about the late Albert Ojwang's death. So I've been your host, David Chams. See you in the next video. If you're new here and you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And do not forget to hit that notification button to get more updates